And hello, and welcome to Survive the Cards, an adventure style harvesting game where every card here is an exploration tile. It does not come up in this order, it is random every time. There are 21 cards to go through. Technically, there's 22, being as one is the final boss. You do have a goblin with a spear. It gets tactical. 1 of 5 means I can have only 1 of 5 actions. This is perfect. We start off with a stone quarry because we have a pickaxe. We are harvesting stone, and up here it says 3 actions. Every action I would take to harvest the stone, I get anywhere from 2 to 4 on a critical. I've turned most of the sound off because also, this is your hunger bar. Every action takes a hunger. Every time you take damage, it takes health. If you run out of hunger, you start losing health. Managing these two is semi-important until you get towards the end. And then each enemy that's a mushroom, you can harvest and gain food. And then you gain something called hallucination. We'll take, I think, 1 or 2 hunger. We'll get to that when we get there. Um, so the pickaxe broke, giving me back a stick. We have a bunch of stone. That's good. It looks like they changed the requirement to add the grass, so we're going to go ahead and add a stone knife, so we're not weaponless. Come over here to the encounter. In the forest ruins, we have a 100% chance to pick up a rusty knife. The rusty knife is just a one-time use 2 damage item. It works, but instantly breaks. You don't recover any materials. Um, every time you're done exploring, you can leave. We are here in the meadow. It gives you grass seeds, which you can eat for hunger. You can also gain the grass. You can use that rusty knife you get to harvest 1 ability, which will give you leaves, possibly a stick, and a couple of food. We're just going to pass right on to the next encounter. We'll go ahead and check it. Thorny brambles, if you were to have an axe, it would trigger a fight with a treant. We don't need to be here, though. Looks like we did take damage for leaving through the thorns. Water is good to have on hand. If you were to fight the slime and harvest it with a knife, you would get monostones. Monostones is another resource. You could then come over here to create a health potion. You get 3 health per use. Stone arrows, they take up and clog an inventory space. During a fight, you can always craft and use that item right away until it breaks. That's why hanging on to things don't really, necessarily work in your favor. Primitive bow, quick use, composite bow, super use. They both use different items. I can't tell you if they're better or not. Water, how do you harvest that to get more food? Well, that's not in the game yet. Not sure why. But here's a perfect example. It attacked. I took 2 damage. That drops me down to 17 because we took that damage from the bramble, which brought us to 19 to 17. We will hang on to the mana pebble in our inventory. We'll go ahead and skin it twice to get 2 more. So if we come across another water source, we can go ahead and pick that up. You can only have 5 cards. The arrows, if you were to pick them up through an adventure, you cannot throw them away and get resources. You have to use them. So you come up to the abandoned cabin early game. Don't explore it because you get the arrows. You can't ditch them. Just leave. You can always craft them later when you have all the resources. It works out in your favor that way. Let's go ahead and craft an axe. Let's go ahead and harvest more sticks so I can make more weapons later. And move on to the next tile. We'll come over here to the encounter, forest ruins, get another dagger. Go ahead and leave. Come out to the meadow. If you click fast enough, you can get all of those spare resources. Getting them, having them, using them, not too big a deal. I did that just to gain an extra hunger because I was at 1. Again, balancing the two is great. The apple you get from the forest is only when you visit the tile. You can't chop down the tree and get more. It's a little frustrating. Cards don't always come as they should, so don't worry about that. The next fight we do, I'll probably craft a shield to block a damage. Most creatures do 1 or 2 damage. Leafs, when you come over here, go to consumable, you can craft the grass rope for 2. When you do that, sometimes it gives you 1, sometimes you critically success, it gives you 2. Then you come over to tools, you can craft your bow, you can craft your armor. When you craft your armor, it auto uses, but it still takes up a card slot. Why, I don't know, it's just how it is. It's probably an oversight. We'll eat one of those, we'll come over here, we will craft a health potion. And we will craft a second health potion. We will close this down. We will gain 6 health, brings us up to 21. 3, that means I have 24 action points left on 9 tiles. So we have to be careful on how we do it. You know what? Let's just take another look and see if I can build another potion. No. Well, I wish I could. Come over here to the meadow, quickly click through, gain some more hunger. Normally your run will not be like this whatsoever. It's very nice to have a run. Why didn't I create another potion there? Because I didn't quite want to because of the hunger. Mushroom, let's go ahead and attack you here. Each action does 1. Like I was saying, harvest, I can get another couple. Adds 3, adds a hallucination, so basically I gain 3, lose 2. Gain 3, lose 2, gain 3, lose 2. Go ahead and craft a wooden shield. I will put that here. A wooden sword, I'll put here. Come over here, craft a rope. Once you craft a rope, you have to come back to the main screen. Why, I don't know. And then I could double check my armor. Needs 1 more. We'll craft that 1. Tools, still can't. Back out, obtain, click over. Last slot, click. If you don't change your slot when you're crafting, it'll replace that item and you lose out. It's absolutely ridiculous. If I had a scavenging knife, I could do more. Should I? Probably. I've got a bunch more fights coming up, and that goblin. We should be okay. I should save it for a couple more swords. So we'll continue. Block. So your weapons, your armor, and your shield, you do get 1 material back, sometimes none. So sometimes I'll get a log, sometimes I'll get a stick. Again, sometimes having more weapons than anything is good. You don't have to keep coming back to recraft. I just like hanging on to items sometimes really quickly. We'll go ahead and continue. It's dead. Each one has a usage. I did forget to tell you about that. So this has 1 more use. This has 4 more uses. This is actually really nice to have for a run. Oh, hey, I got a 10% chance to get a grass rope. That's great, actually. pick up any of my material. All right. It looks like we might pick up a win. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like it. Not every time will you get a win, but sometimes you will. As you can see, we broke through the first and second sword. I only got one of these back. I had 4, now I have 5. Let's see, what does my shield have left? It doesn't tell me, that's fine. Go ahead and craft another sword. When you craft the bow, you can instantly use the arrows. It doesn't take up a slot, but the arrows do. They do, what is it, 1 damage, but they're instant attacks. They don't cool down, so you don't have to worry about that. You can get 2 quick hits. Totally fine. Let's go ahead and put up a shield, block his 1, come over here. We have 1 grass. We'll just go ahead, craft another. We'll take a look. We have 1. We have to be careful when we're crafting. Put up another wood armor. Let's go ahead and... Oh, and we're out of wood. Ha 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 ha. Well, let's go ahead and trip out. Come over here to the goblin. Fight you. Looks like I will need another weapon to finish you off in a hit. We will take your spear for damage. We will gain the 1 wood back for the sword. You have nothing to harvest. Our next one is going to be an orc. We have this spear, will do 2 damage. I believe it has 15 health, does 4. So come back here, we'll craft shield. Looks like I can't craft another one. I'm out of logs. 3, 4, that might be 5. Primitive bow. Craft that with a rope. Instant attack, block, attack. Yeah, and as you can see, that's kind of how it goes, which isn't easy to do. Sometimes if I were to act quicker, it would be faster to do. I've only beaten him 1 time through, found the game pretty fun. So yeah, y'all take it easy, have a good day.